Okay, so in this video, I'll be breaking down exactly how you can start your own retention marketing agency from scratch, step by step. I'll be breaking you down exactly what the skill is, how do you get clients, how do you learn the skill, how do you keep people, and how do you charge, and every single thing that you need to know so you can start today. And by the end of this video, you have acquired all the skills you need so you can go start making $10,000 a month by yourself using this skill. This will probably be one of the most valuable videos you will ever watch. So let's get straight into it. So, first thing we want to know is why do we want to focus on retention marketing, right? And this is the $10,000 opportunity. So, we are going to be working with e commerce brands, and the current landscape of the market, the acquisition costs are really expensive, which means just to do Facebook ads and Google ads, it's become a lot more expensive. So what it's doing is making brands try to find an alternative route to market their existing customers and just overall market their brand for something that's cheaper. That's going to be email. It requires almost no ad spend for you to get started into retention marketing. You just need basic tools, and your expertise is good enough for you to get started. And the thing is, you get high ticket recurring revenue, meaning you can land clients that are willing to pay you anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 monthly retainers for actual results. And it's just one of the most profitable skills you can learn in 2025 because e-commerce brands are desperately needing somebody to help convert people into one-time customers and then make them into recurring customers. It's the perfect business model with massive upside potential. So, what is retention marketing, right? Retention marketing helps brands just maximize their revenue from existing customers through email and SMS. It's the most simple form of describing it. It is something that you have got in your own inbox, it's in your parents' inbox, it's in your friend's inbox. It's been in front of your face the entire time. If you open your Gmail app right now, you can open on an email and someone is doing retention marketing. And the thing is, when we are going to do retention marketing, there are three pillars we will be focusing on, right? Which is going to be the pop-up. We want to make sure we're capturing 8 to 12% of anyone that's coming to the site with a strategic pop-up form, right? Number two are going to be our flows. Now, you may ask, what is a flow? Flow are automated email sequence that we set up one time that nurture people into, again, one-time customers, then recurring customers. And then we have our campaigns. These are just regular promotional emails that drive repeat purchases, and these are just one-time sends, right? If you can just, again, deliver measurable results, you're just not a service provider, you're a revenue driver, and that's why people are willing to pay a lot of money for this. So a lot the times people always ask me why retention marketing, how does this business model work, and why does it work? And this is why, right? The economics are pretty powerful. One brand will happily pay you $2,000 to $5,000 monthly if you can measurably improve their bottom line. The math is simple. If you help them generate an extra $10,000 in revenue, paying you 3K is an easy decision. And this is on the absolute low end. You're going to be helping brands generate anywhere from 50 to hundreds of millions of dollars every single month with email marketing. If you charge them an extra 5,000 and you made them 50,000, they have no problem paying you. If someone was to make you $50,000, but you paid them 5,000, you'll keep them for the rest of your life. Exactly. That same logic applies. So there are going to be 4 tools that you need in order to get started, right? You want to get Klaviyo, which is the actual email marketing platform where we're going to connect their website from and actually set up all our email stuff. Card, where you're going to create a simple website for yourself and your brand. Apollo, this is going to help us just do lead generation and outreach. So when we actually contact business owners, this is going to give us the information. And then Trello, just for us to be organized within our leads, right? So one good client often refers you to more, creating compound momentum, and it upfront cost anywhere from $70 to $100 in monthly total for all software needs to just run your agency in the beginning, right? So first thing that we need to do, because now we understand why this business model works, what is retention marketing, we actually need to create a offer. If you don't have a offer, then it is absolutely useless for you to go and pitch other brands because they don't know what you can help them on. And here's the thing. A lot of people are going to tell you that you need to start charging them upfront $3,000, $5,000 per month. Honesty of the game is they aren't going to. They don't trust you. They don't know anything about you. You haven't proven yourself, nor do you have any case studies or anything for you to charge that much amount of money. And just in general, the trust has gone super low because this market has been so saturated by a bunch of other agency owners promising the world to people and then they under deliver. So how do we stand out from this, right? We're going to create your foot in the door offer. So the first thing is you want to make sure you are solving a clear problem, something that's specific and measurable that they can actually track. Number two, you want to give them a measurable result. So the exact improvements you will deliver, right? This is where usually percentages work best. And then number three, you want a specific time frame. When can they expect to see the results, followed with a risk reversal, right? So if it doesn't happen, what's in it for them? How can we reverse the risk? And this usually comes in form of a money back guarantee or just an easy opt out, right? So what does a good foot in the door offer look like? An example of that is I'll rebuild your core flows with my 8-flow system and increase open rates by 5 to 9% within 30 days. And if it doesn't work, you can shut them off with one click and you can only pay once you see results. So I'm going to break this down how this fits in within the formula, right? I'll rebuild your core flows, so a clear problem, with my 8-flow system and increase open rates by 5 to 9% within 30 days. You gave a measurable result that's actually tangible, nothing that's out the blue. And that a specific time frame within 30 days. And if it doesn't work, you can shut them off with one click, making it really easy for them. And they can only pay once they see the results. So for them, it's a no-brainer for them wanting to work with you. It's not going to hurt them. That's exactly how we want every single offer to be. The better the offer, the higher likelihood you will have someone to close. A lot of people start off and they think an offer would be something like, I'll increase your sales with email marketing in 14 days. That's just too vague and there's no risk reversal in this. People see this all the time. The more specific we are with our offer and make it more of a no-brainer, the higher likelihood we have of signing clients. And this is going to be something that is going to differentiate how quick you grow is your offer, right? Then what you want to start doing is building out your professional presence. This is really, really important. So now we have our offer made. Now we want to make a website, right? So this is going to be very simple website with card. It should be like $10. You can create a one-page website that just explains what you do, who you help, how your offer works, and an easy way to book a call. So you can actually use Calendly for this. And then the goal is to just look legitimate. You don't want to look too fancy or anything like that. Just focus on these core flow beliefs because this is what truly all people really care about. And then you want to have a VSL on your site. This is really important. So if you don't know what a VSL is, it's a video sales letter. So you're going to record a 3 to 5 minute video where you introduce yourself briefly, demonstrate your expertise, walk through your offer, and include a clear call to action button. So what a clear call to action or a CTA is a way for them to book in a call. Now, this could be a free audit, this could be free designs, whatever it is, you are going to want them to book in a time so they can speak with you directly. And the goal of this is to build trust and make booking calls easier. And I will break down why this is really important, right? If you were to get a bunch of random people pitching you in your DMs about your brand and how they can help you make money, you have absolutely no clue who these people are. No matter how good the offer is, they can spike your interest, but you are going to go do some research on this because you want to make sure you're not getting scammed. So imagine if you send them your website where you go through exactly what you do, who you help, how your offer works, and then there's a video of you where they can put a face to you. It makes them trust you a whole lot more because there's this human to human connection, right? So by the time you get on the call, they've seen your face, they've heard you talk, they know you're an expert. So your sales process of you actually closing them becomes a whole lot easier. There's a ton of people out there that don't show their face. You simply just showing your face and talking about your offer and their problems is going to help you so much and increase your likelihood of actually booking calls. Then what you want to do is start building out your content machine, right? So you want to start posting short form content, which could be 3 to 4 times per week. So create videos for Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube Shorts. Just shows retention tactics, flow breakdowns, deliverability tips. The entire purpose is just to show our expertise right here. And then again, you want to do one form of long form YouTube content. Now you could just do deep dive tutorials that position you as an expert and just builds deeper trust with prospects. This is going to be really good because you can repurpose this when you book in a call. You can send this information just to show them that you are an expert. And this is really, really important because you may not have your first client, you may not have your second or third client, but if you're able to display your expertise, that's all people really need in order for them to trust you to come into their business and make them more money. And then what you're going to do is repurpose all of it. So keep it simple, keep it very clean. Just turn that one piece of content into multiple formats across all platforms to maximize reach. So a lot of people sometimes will be more active on Instagram. Sometimes they're more active on LinkedIn. Sometimes they're looking up a tutorial on YouTube. With you posting it there, only thing you're doing is increasing your reach so your content is getting in front of more people. So the more, again, they see your face paired out with expertise, value, tips given, they're going to trust you a whole lot more. One piece of content strategy I highly recommend is don't sell. Get free value. You're not creating these videos to sell or do anything. You want to actually do breakdowns. You actually want to share insights and demonstrate your expertise, because over time, this creates proof that you know what you're talking about and just makes every sales call warmer. Now, we want to master our outreach strategy. So, content builds credibility, but outreach is going to land you your first paying clients. And this is how you are going to do the approach. Number one, you want to find leads with Apollo, right? Make sure you're only targeting CEOs, CMOs, e-commerce managers. Avoid CFOs, sales managers, or anyone that has nothing to do with retention marketing. So usually it's just people within your marketing and e-commerce, anywhere in those positions, right? Then you want to choose your path. I highly recommend you do both, which is cold DMs, which is faster but lower conversions, versus Dream 100, which is slower but stronger relationships. Again, do both. And then you want to make sure you're targeting the right brand. This is really important. If you target very small brands, you're going to get responses, you're going to get meetings, but they won't have the money to work with you. So it's a waste of time. Just make sure when you are doing cold DMs or Dream 100, you are reaching out to brands that at least have a social presence of 10,000 to 250,000 followers. They're actively posting with, again, just a clear online presence. And if you need to, local businesses with e-commerce work too. So if there's like a local furniture shop, but they also sell online, you can reach out to them. Just make sure that they sell e-commerce. And the one biggest key rule of outreach is to make sure you never sound desperate. Be concise, confident, and valuable in every single interaction, right? So, cold DMs that actually convert. I get a ton of questions about this. Like, what does a converting cold DM look like? So the do's is to, again, lead with an observation about their brand. Don't send long essays about your agency. People don't care. Include a quick audit or Loom showing problems or solutions. Don't go ahead and list every single service you offer. Ask for permissions before sending videos. Just, again, don't do that. Just send it over to them, because if they don't feel comfortable, it won't work. And keep it casual, like you're texting a friend, right? The more you keep it casual, the more they trust you, because it feels like you've been doing this before. And then just don't be offering to work for free with no limits. That just looks bad, because at that point you look like a rookie, and no one ever wants a rookie to handle their business. And then just focus on sparking curiosity. This could be your subject line. This could just be in the overall copy. Good. Right? And never try to close deals in one message. Your entire goal is to just get them on a call and go over the current system. Just remember, cold DMs are about starting conversation, not closing deals. Your goal is to get them curious enough to just book a call. And if you have more questions about outreach, I have made a whole video going over specific outreach and going even more granular on what you're supposed to say, how do you do it, and this and that. So feel free to check out that video. It's on my channel. Now, step 4B, the Dream 100 strategy, created by Daniel Fazio, which I'll always give credit for. The guy is a legend. This approach is focused on more hyper-personalized outreach to your ideal 100 prospects. When you're doing the cold DM, you're kind of just sending it out to a bunch of brands that are active and have a good following. But when you're doing your Dream 100, you are creating personalized content over for these brands. You're going to do it at a lot lower volume. And a great example I always like to use is cold DM is like a machine gun. You're just spraying and hoping it hits, right? But the Dream 100 is like a sniper. It's going to take longer. You get one bullet, but it's super, super precise. So first thing you want to do is build your list. Identify 100 brands you'd like to work with. Just make sure they're not too big, like Nike or Dr. Squatch or anything like that. Then you want to create valuable assets. So this could be an email design. This could be a funnel audit, deliverability videos, whatever you want it to be, something that is value to them, that is going to help them. Then what you want to do is start reaching out to these people. So you're going to use Apollo to scrape the information, and then you're going to hit them up on LinkedIn, email, Instagram, and just anywhere you honestly can find them, right? And then what you're going to do is organize all that in Trello. It's a free CRM that you can set up and just track stages from outreach sent to close. It's going to make it a whole lot easier for you knowing that, hey, for the first 3 weeks I did LinkedIn, now I'm going to move over to email, right? And you can set due dates and time, and it's very easy to do in Trello, and it's free, right? So you might as well. And then number 5, just again, the Dream 100 works slower. So if you're not seeing quick results, that's completely okay. But it establishes authority and leads to higher quality clients, because you're proving expertise, not begging for work. Now, step 5. I see this happen all the time, and people always mess this up. You have to master the follow. All the money is made when following up. People quit way too early, right? Week 1, this is exactly how you want to do it. Send a message on LinkedIn, initial contact with the personalized message. Then week 2, do another LinkedIn bump. Week 3, start sending out the email follow-ups. Week 4, do Instagram and continued value on email. You want to touch them on every single platform until you get a clear yes or no. And you're doing this because, again, we want to make sure that they can see us no matter what. We're just increasing our likelihood of our solution, our value being given to them, right? And just remember, stay on top of mind with consistent, polite, and valuable touch points. As long as you're helpful and concise, follow-ups turned into booked calls. So don't think that means 1 week you do LinkedIn outreach and then the next day you do Instagram. That's annoying. Follow in a week-by-week order. Now, you have learned what the skill is. You have learned how to set up and look professional. You've learned how to get people. Now, what do we do when we book these people in on a call? That is going to be our sales process. So, biggest step I'm going to tell you, when you get a prospect on a call, don't sell. Understand their situation and present your offer as the logical solution. You are going to ask them a set of discovery questions, right? Which are always going to be, what are you doing for retention marketing right now? Where do you feel like you're falling short? And why do you think those results are happening? Then you're going to ask them future questions. Where do you want to be in 6 months? What's holding you back from hitting that goal? What would solving this problem mean for your business? So essentially, we're going to ask them, where are you right now? Where do you want to be? And we're going to be the bridge that's going to get them there, right? So that bridge is going to be our solution. After uncovering the pain points, we're going to present our intro offer as the next logical step, supported by a simple pitch deck showing your process. So you want to start with your foot in the door offer that we actually created in the beginning, because this is going to be the no-brainer. They have absolutely no risk. It's going to work right here, right? They have nothing to lose. You're not going to pitch them straight up for $3,000. You're going to ask them for something maybe a little bit smaller or free, or they pay you once they see the results, right? Deliver it and then focus on trying to get the recurring retainer, because guess what? Once you have proved yourself, they have no problem paying you an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. You've already given them the proof within 30, 14, however long that you pick as your time frame. Now you've got the client. How do you actually deliver results that stick? You got to focus on the 3 core pillars to create measurable wins in 30 days, right? Optimize your pop-ups. So set up or fix your pop-up strategy to capture 8 to 12% of website visitors with strategic opt-in forms. So if it's anything less, test, change the offer, change the copy, change the location, whatever you have to do, get it to 8 to 12%. Then what you want to do is build the core flows, right? So this is going to be the welcome series, abandoned cart, post-purchase, win-back flows. And you just want to make sure that you're able to drive measurable lifts and conversions. And then you want to start sending out campaigns, right? Just consistent promotional and value-based emails that generate recurring revenue and keep the subscribers engaged. What you want to go ahead and start doing also is track everything. And this will be done through Klaviyo, so you don't have to worry about it. But you just want to make sure you're constantly taking a look at the open rates, the CTR, revenue generated, and conversion improvements, because this is what's going to become your proof for just landing future clients and just justifying your rate increases, right? So step 8, scale to 10K monthly. The math is really simple. You close 1 client at 2 to 3,000. You've proven results from your intro offer. Now you just need to get 3 to 4 more to reach 10K month recurring revenue. That is how you're going to be hitting your sustainable recurring revenue goal of $10,000 per month. So the growth strategy: upsell intro clients into recurring retainers, leverage referrals from satisfied clients, continue content creations for authority, maintain consistent outreach. Just remember, the hardest part is landing your first client, right? Everyone always gives up. If you can land your first client, it becomes a snowball effect, right? Everything compounds through referrals and more outreach and proving case studies, and then you're just going to grow, and grow. 99% of people quit because all the heavy upwork comes in getting that first client. If you can get that first client, everything becomes easier, right? So you want to make sure that your mindset is very simple. This is the only thing that's going to determine if you're going to be successful or a failure. Remember, getting your first yes will feel impossible, but it's the most important milestone that you'll ever have. Once you prove that you can deliver results, everything changes within you, the way you operate, and how you're going to start helping business. If you can help a business, your goal is to go help other businesses scale and grow, right? You want to go help other people grow. You're doing it from the kindness of your heart to help these people grow. So do that, right? And just remember, you will fail at first. You will. Outreach, content, sales calls, that's all part of the process. I fumbled 11 sales calls before I closed my first client. Imagine if I quit after the 10th one. I would never know what would happen. right? Don't give up. The only way that you guarantee failure is if you stop. The second you stop, it's a 100% chance that you will fail because you stop. But if you never stop, it's a 0% chance because you're always going to be keep going. And just remember, throughout this process, you're going to want to become perfect, but consistency beats perfection every single time. Those who make it simply just don't quit. With the right frameworks, you'll improve faster and compress your learning curves. All it takes is one client to change your trajectory. Now, look, all this information should now help you go get started, create an offer, go reach out to people, close clients, fulfill, and keep scaling. But if you would like to get personalized guidance to land your first client within 30 to 60 days, what you get is you're going to get exact frameworks and scripts from me, proven pitch decks, complete system and processes, and one-on-one coaching support. So we can get you to $10,000 a month in 6 to 8 months with this skill. Again, remember, the smartest, wisest people learn from other people's mistakes, not their own. This is your opportunity to learn from my mistakes. Speed track your process of getting to this goal with every single thing that you need, right? If you are interested in this, apply below for the one-on-one coaching so you can fast track your success. Link will be in the description, and make sure to check out my other content, like and subscribe. We'll talk to you guys soon.